Why Japan increase his military defense budget, and why Cambodia give a strong message to Thailand, and why France want duty on Chinese project, and why Israel recognize Somaliland as a country. These are major updates you never find in mainstream media. So please watch this video till end and subscribe close later analysis. We move our first update. Japan has approved a record defense budget of $48 billion, making a historic movement in the post-war security policy. The Japanese government says this increase is aimed at responding to rising threats from North Korea's missile launch and Chinese expanding military presence in the region, particularly around Taiwan and the East China Sea. The budget focuses on missile defensive systems and long-range strike capabilities, and cyber security. The immediate impact is significant for East Asia. China has raised concern about this and viewing Japan's move as a step away from pure defensive policy. Regional neighbors are raises a question. Security dynamics, while the United States see as a strengthening alliances-based deterrence. Margaret also interpreted this as a Japan's committing long-term defense and advanced technology development. Looking ahead, Japan's military expansion could contribute to a more competitive security environment in the Indo-Pacific region. If regional tension increase, Japan may play a more active strategic role, not just defensively but diplomatically, influencing crisis management and alliance coordination in the years ahead. Now we talk about our next update. In South Asia, Cambodia has strongly criticized Thailand over what it calls ruthless bombardment near disputed border areas. Cambodian officials accuse Thai forces of escalating military action that threaten civilian areas, while Thailand argue it is responding to security concerns along the border. This dispute stems from long-standing disagreement over border demarcation and control of sensitive zones. This matters because South Asia re- heavily rely on trade, tourism, and investment. Military tensions challenge ASEAN image as a conflict-averse region and raises concern about spillover effect on regional cooperation. Continued clashes could disrupt border economy and strain diplomatic relations within the bloc. Going forward, the situation will depend on whether diplomatic engagement can contain the crisis. If escalation continues, it could weaken a regional trust and invite external influence. A peaceful resolution, and however, would reinforcement ASEAN relevance at a time of increasing global power competition. Now we talk about our third update. Turning to Europe, France has called for duties on Chinese dairy products and gave a strong message to European Union to take collective action. French authorities argue that Chinese dairy imports benefit from unfair state support, hurting European farmers and give a more competitive environment. This demand fit into a broader European debate about economic security and dependency on China. The geopolitical impact is economic but strategic. If the EU act, it could provoke a response from Beijing, potentially affecting European export market are sensitive to trend as a EU-China trade relation play a major role in global supply chain. In the future, this move may accelerate European shift forward selective protectionism. Rather than full decoupling, the EU appeared to be choosing strategic defense of key sectors. This could reshape global trade rules and deepen economic fragmentation between major power blocs. Now we move on our fourth and last update. Israel give a recognition to Somaliland. The final development come from Middle East and Africa, where Israel has moved to forward recognizing Somaliland as an independent country. Somaliland declared independence from Somalia in Bake 1991 has remained relatively stable but lack international recognition. Israel decisions challenge existing diplomatic consensus and Somalia's territorial claims. The broader significance lies in regional strategy. For Israel, this could strengthen influence in Red Sea and Horn of Africa region. For Somalia and many African states, it raises concern about relationship that could increase separately movement. Over time, this recognition could either remain symbolic or trigger wider diplomatic shift if other states follow. It highlights how recognition itself has become a strategic tool capable of redrawing political realities between military forces. What is your opinion on this video? Comment in comment box and subscribe CLA. Thank you.
Yeah.